For many, being a park ranger is the perfect job. A park ranger is responsible for the protection and conservation of woodlands, forests and conservatories, and helping visitors navigate their way around national parks. Some of the most interesting stories from these regions are those that are difficult to explain. Hundreds of stories can be found online that detail large humanoid creatures within America's national parks, but one of the problems is that it's hard to back up these stories with physical evidence. Photographs that are taken are usually blurry, due to the fact that these creatures are spotted from a distance. Modern smartphone cameras are great at capturing things close up. However, the minute someone zooms in on something, the photo quality diminishes. It's for this reason that many decide not to come forward with their encounters, in fear of being judged due to lack of evidence. Although scientists and researchers will say that we don't have enough evidence to prove that a large humanoid is roaming around America, every year hundreds of people still come forward with their encounters, leading many amateur researchers to believe that there might be some truth in these claims. One interesting story was recently shared by a retired park ranger, who detailed that while working around Washington and Mount St Helens, he began to hear about strange stories after the eruption. It's important to note that this area is known for strange happenings, with one of the most well-known ones being that of the Ape Canyon encounter. A narrow gorge on the east flank of Mount St Helens would become known as one of the strangest encounters with large humanoids, where in the summer of 1924, a group of gold prospectors would detail encountering 7-foot-tall hairy humanoids, saying that they started attacking them with boulders. The retired park ranger detailed that while working in the area after the eruption, he heard stories that the military were present in the area, and that they were searching for something. The park ranger said that after talking with some people and even the military themselves, they weren't able to gather much information, except from a few whispers that said that large creatures had been found in the area, charred from the eruption that had occurred from Mount St Helens. Wondering if the military was trying to save local wildlife that got caught in the wreckage, the ranger then approached one of the military men and said that they could be of service, detailing that he knew a spot where they would congregate. When saying they, the ranger meant species of wildlife. However, it seemed that the military took this as meaning something else, as the ranger detailed that they pulled him aside for questioning, asking for him to take them to the spot where the creatures were spotted. Once they arrived, however, it quickly became evident that they weren't talking about the same thing, as the military questioned the ranger further, asking him if he'd seen any of the humanoids and knew of their whereabouts. This led to a back and forth with the ranger and the military, with them eventually realizing that he couldn't assist them, and so told him to go along his way, and to not talk to anyone about this. The ranger ended by saying that years later he still hasn't had closure on why the small military team was scanning the area, and what they meant by humanoids. Interestingly, this isn't the only story. Shortly after the devastating eruption of Mount St Helens, located in the northern state of Washington, a team of researchers surveyed the area to better understand the explosive devastation. After death tolls had been tallied up, and the calculations were done, researchers found that more than 540 million tons of ash and debris had been ejected, leading to massive gaping slopes and areas of complete removal from the force of the powerful explosion. Interestingly, rumours would begin to spread surrounding the region, that many claim were due to the powerful eruption that had taken place back in 1980. In the following years thereafter, many began to report seeing a large flying creature in the region. The creature was described as standing more than 9 feet tall, and had the ability to affect and shut off car engines. Additionally, descriptions of the creature detailed that though it had bat-like wings, its feet were more bird-like. If that didn't add enough confusion as to the potential species, its face was described as being wolf-like. It was completely covered in dark fur, had large yellow eyes, massive sharp teeth, and an extended wingspan more than 50 feet in length. Those sightings of the creature can be traced as far back as the year following the Mount St Helens eruption. The most popular report of the creature would not occur until 2009. In April of 2009, a man by the name of Brian Canfield claimed that as he was driving through the region, his truck had suddenly shut down. Before Canfield could even assess the situation, the creature landed on the hood of his truck and stared into his eyes before flying away. It was not until after the creature flew away that the truck roared back into life. Though the sighting was not filled with excitement, given Canfield's reputation of being an overall trustworthy individual, his story began to spread throughout the region, with others confirming that they'd also seen the creature, but were too fearful of talking about it. So what do you make of these interesting stories? And what do you think people encountered around Washington during this time? Be sure to leave your questions and answers in the comment section below, and help us to grow this community while working to solve these unexplained mysteries. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.